The horns of Hashut are heralds of ruin and desolation, relentless destroyers sent forth by the Father of Darkness. Each region they conquer is pulverized, stripped, and rendered barren for the industrial tyranny of the demonic god. The horns of Hashut wage war like a raging Taurus, stampeding over their foe to crush them entirely, swinging heavy weapons while unleashing cruel devices of Dwarden design, choking ash bombs and infernal flame hurlers. Shadowstalkers are the elite assassins and agents of Marath Arcane. These silent killers wear the Merkath, the Shade Mark, a brand woven from Alguin sorcery that grants them supernatural powers, allowing them to leap between shadows to outflank their prey before charging forth in a murderous blur of sorcery and flashing knives. Today's Warhammer Age of Sigmar Warcry Battle Report will be a game using the cards from the decks that come with the Gnarlwood supplements. Now, I'm going to be playing with the Horns of Hashut, and Stephen will be playing with the Khainite Shadowstalkers. And so our scenario today, for our twist, we drew Sweltering Heat. Once a fighter makes a move, they actually get -1 toughness and underlocking key. Now the attacker in this is going to be Stephen with the Khainite Shadowstalkers. He has to pick one of his fighters to be carrying the key, which is essentially a piece of treasure, and he has to try and get that fighter, or at least a fighter carrying the treasure, to be near a piece of terrain at the end of the game that I've cast as the Vault. And then we've also got our Realm Shaper Mishap deployment map. As you can see, just hammers starting on the board, and then we will have both shields and daggers coming on round 2. And so here we have 1,000 renown of the Horns of Hashut. So to start with, in our dagger, we have our Ruinator in the force. We then also have the Demolisher with Flame Hurler and another Demolisher who has dual crushing weapons. We then, in our shield, have the Ruinator Alpha with the War Bidents, and we also have 2 of the Shatterers. In the hammer, we then finally have a final Shatterer, along with 3 Demolishers, all with crushing weapons, and one of them with crushing weapon and shield. And then we have 1,000 renown of Khainite Shadowstalkers. To start with, we have 2 of the Warlocks, one with Doomfire Wing and one with the dual crossbows, along with the Shroud Queen in the dagger. In the shield, we then have the Slaughter Shade and 2 Shroud Blades with Umbral Spears. Lastly, the hammer is 3 more Shroud Blades, all with dual weapons. Alright, so we are all deployed. So with this one, I've had to pick somewhere to be the Vault Door. So we're going to pick the Coffin there for good reason. And then you've had to pick one of your models to be carrying the key, and you've picked your Shroud Blade, the one that's hooded with the dual weapons there. Today's video is brought to you by Gap Games, a fantastic retailer in Australia for a variety of different miniature war games. If you'd like to help support the channel, we have an affiliate link where by clicking on and purchasing, you'll help support the channel, but you'll also help support Gap Games, which is a fantastic servant to the community. Right, so priority for round 1, this is for the Horns of Hashut. We got a quad 1. That is it.
That would have been interesting.
So your turn. The Khainite Shadowstalkers, you got a quad 5 and a double 4. Alright, so I am going to have priority. I'm not spending my wild dice this round. You're not spending yours either. So that means I have 2 singles, you're none. So I'm going to choose to give you the first round. So Khainite Shadowstalkers, first activation. Alright, so your first activation is going to be a double move with your first Shroud Blade. I'm then going to go with my Shatterer at the back. He's going to make a weight move, so you can go again. Your next Shroud Blade then makes a double move to there. So I'm going to go with the Shatterer now. And so we then make a single move with the Shatterer over to there. And so you're going to make a double move there. Pretty cool little line of all your little Shroud Blades sneaking up in the middle of the night. So I've just got my moves left with all my fighters here. So we will just stand the line with our fighters. So we're going to have reserves. Turn 1, pretty uneventful, just a bunch of positioning. So turn 2 to come. And so reserves have all come on the flanks of the table. And I've got my last one over there. So we are going to go in priority for turn 2. And so, a bit unfortunate to get quads on the first turn when we really didn't have anything to use them. So hopefully we can get... so I got 2 doubles there. And 2 singles. For the Khainites, you're going to get double 4, double 3. Alright, so it is a roller for the turn. I got a 4, you got a 1. Today has not been your day of roll-off. I've actually recorded this same time as the game from last week that you will have seen on the channel. So Stephen's roll-offs have been terrible all day of recording. Alrighty, so I'm going to make a double move with my Flame Hurler. He's then going to target your leader with his ability Engulfing Flames of Dark Artifice. I'm spending a 555, so I get to roll 5 dice. For each 4+ is 3 points of damage here. So that is 12 damage. But next, I then roll an amount of dice equal to half the value of the ability for each other fighter within 2 inch. So, first of all, your front Warlock, 3 dice. He'll take 6 points of damage on this Warlock here. And then this Warlock will take 3. Alright, so after that, he just did 21 points of damage over that round. So your turn to go next. Alrighty, so you're then going to go with the Doomfire Ring wielding Warlock, who's going to make a ranged attack. Now, I am -1 toughness, so you will need 4s now, because I go down to T3 instead of T4 due to moving. So it'll be 2 regular hits, so 4 points of damage. Go again. So it'll be 1 and a crit, so that'll be 6. That'll take 10 off me. I've got 2 left. Alright, so I'm going to make a double move with my fighter here. So this is my Demolisher with Crushing Weapons. I'm then going to use my double 4 for Stampede Divine. On a 4 to 5, I'll deal 1 point of damage to your fighter. But on a 6, it'll deal a number of damage points equal to the value of the ability. So rolling, and a 4, so you just take a point of damage on your Shroud Queen. Alright, so you're going to need 4s from your dual-wielding crossbows into my Flame Hurler. I feel like you want him dead for some reason. So that's 1 point of damage. You must roll another 4+ here. And you do plus the crit, so that'll take me out. My Shatter will then go. I need 5s against your Shroud Queen. Get 1, so that'll be a point of damage on her. Alright, so you've just spent a double on Shadow Leap, and you've moved your Key Wielder over there. I'm then going to make a double move. So just make a double move over there. Your next activation. Alright, your Slaughter Shade then uses Shadow Leap to jump over the wall, but you're going to get an attack off with her. So I am -1 defense on that, so I'm going to be strength defense 3. Slaughter Shade is strength 4, so you need 3s. Got 1 and a crit. And so move up, I'm going to get 1 lot of attacks into your Slaughter Shade. So I am strength 3. So we'll need, on your Slaughter Shade, I'll need 4s. There'll be 2 and a crit. So that will be a total of 8 points of damage. Your Shade will then make a double move. My Ruinator then makes a double move into the gap as well. Your Humble Spear will make a double move from there to there. Demolisher then follows his friend. Your next Humble Spear makes a move down. And so I think I've got movement and you've got your Shroud Queen. My Shatter will then go. Sorry, you've got 1 last Shroud Blade there as well. Making a double move to there. My next Shatterer moves up, and lastly, you've got your Shroud Queen. So who's she attacking?
First attacks into him.
Yep.
4 attacks, strength 4.
So you are going to need 3s because I dropped down to defense 3.
2 5s.
So it'll be 6 points of damage on me. You need to do that same amount of damage again to take me out. That'll do it. So it takes out my fighter. And so it looks like this at the end of turn 2. You're getting a lot of fighters near there. So now it's going to be priority for turn 3. I got a 666. Aren't you lucky you killed him? So your turn. You have a double 3.
And a double.
Oh, and a double 1 there, sorry. Today's video is brought to you by Baron of Dice, a premium wargaming dice that make your table come alive. Now, if you're looking for some great dice to suit an army you play on the tabletop in a variety of different games, go to Baron Dice and check out their website. You can also use our discount code down in the video's description, which will help support the channel, but also nab you a cheap little discount. The dice you see pictured here are the official dice for Parabellum's Last Argument of King's Conquest by them as well, which you can find on the Parabellum e-store as well. Right, so I've got to make a quad 6 and another single. You've not spent any of yours, but it means I have the most singles, so I am going to take the round. My first activation will be with the Ruinator. So the Ruinator's moved up. I'm going to attack your Warlock first. I need 3s. That'll kill him because that'll be 10 damage on top of his 6 he's already taken. And so now I'm going to spend my quad 6 for Unleash the Raging Taurus. I can now make a bonus melee attack action. In addition, I add 1 point of damage to everything I do as well. So we are going to need 4s now against your Shroud Queen. That is going to kill her because that is going to be 13 points of damage on top of 14. So you're going to shoot back at your leader's killer, needing 4s. Okay.
6.
So that'll be 6 points of damage. Go again. So it'll be another 2, so I'll take 8. All right, I'm then going to go with the Demolisher here. He's going to attack the Slaughter Shade, so we need 4s. So that will be 8 damage on her, on top of her 8. That'll take her out. And then I'm going to put the attacks onto your Keybearer. Wow, that'll be 10 points of damage on him. And so, wow, we are doing some serious damage to the Khainites when they get found. All right, Shroudblade attacking here. You will need 5s because I haven't moved on this one. So that will be just a point damage.
Yep.
Go again. And that'll be the crit, so that'll be 4. So 5 points of damage in total. All right, so the Shatter is going to attack next. I need 4s. That'll be a crit, so that'll be 4 points of damage. So I've just got to do that again. And I do, so that takes out your Umbral Spear. All right, Shadow Leap, you've gone. You've picked up the key there. So I'm going to go with the other Demolisher there into your last remaining Shroud Blade. So I have 4 attacks. I need 4s. So that will be 6 points of damage. And go again. I need to get a single 4+, which I do. And that takes out your other Shroud Blade. And so my last thing is just some movement here. The boss is finally coming back from his coffee break with his 2 favourite junior employees that get to, go on coffee breaks with the boss. But other than that, we are going to go priority for the last round. You must keep one of these 2 models alive, or one of these 3 with the key. So I got a double 6, and that is it, 4 singles. And you... double 6, double 4. That's actually not good because now I'm going to get to dictate the turn.
Again.
Today's battle report is also brought to you by Mithras Games. Fantastic tabletop wargaming mats out of New Zealand. Now, Mithras Games has a variety of different mats. We've got the fantastic Desert Red, the nice Tundra Green, and the frosty Ice Blue here as well. All of these mats are a really nice high quality, generally very similar to how you would get your mouse pads for your mats, but fantastic high quality mats. We love them. Mithras Games are a fantastic supporter of the channel. You can pop on over to their website, especially if you're local to Australia or New Zealand. They're a fantastic company to help support. Alrighty, so I'm going to go first. I'm going to activate the Ruinator. So he's going to make a move to begin with. And so after my move, I'm going to spend my 666 to put down an Ash Bomb marker. Any enemy fighters that are within 3 inches of this are now -1 toughness and -1 attack. So it pretty much means if you want to get your key fighter in there near the objective, he's going to be -1 toughness. So we do have 1 lot of attacks left, and they are going to go into your Warlock. I am going to need 3s. So that will be 6 points of damage, taking him to 9 points of damage on him. And so that is that. Right, so first of all, you're going here. You're going to use a triple to spend a double for Cursed Darts. So go for that. That'll be 4 points of damage. And so then you get to attack the Umbral Spear against him. Now, I haven't moved, so strength 4 on the spears, though, if I remember correctly. So 3s. Get him. That takes him down. And then your second Umbral Spear attack will go over there. We'll just do the one lot of damage. Alright, my Shatterer is then going to come over. So we have 3 attacks. We need 4s. That will be 2 points of damage on your Shroud Blade. So last action is over here.
He's dual wield, so it's 4 dice. Strength 3.
Yep. T4 I haven't moved there, so need 5s. It'll be a single point of damage. And go again. That'll be 4 points of damage. That'll take me to 10. Alright, so the game all comes down to this. I actually might not win if you can get your King Fighter here. I need to do 6 points of damage. I do not, and that will just be the end of the game because they're not going to get in range. So it will somehow, you will take the treasure still. Despite losing 90% of your dudes, you will take the treasure and you will win the game. And that's the end of the video. We hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and also drop a comment down below letting us know what you thought about the video. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our fine little community here at Sinful Gaming, we have a Discord server linked down in the video's description. Also linked down in the video's description are the best ways to help support the channel. You can use one of our affiliate links to Gap Games or Element Games if you're in Australia or the United Kingdom, or you can subscribe to our YouTube members or Patreon, or grab some merch from our merch stores on Teespring or Ko-fi. All the best ways to help support the channel. As a special thanks to all our Patreon and YouTube members, we'd like to give them all a shout out. So thank you to our Patrons: Broken Chef, Andy C, Grimscold, Colorblind Magic, Benjamin Swallows, James Cater, Mark Harvey, Domir, Average Wargamer, JJ Austrian, Cure Dynamic, Andrew Bowen, Outer and Shot First, Kenny Lowell and Soren. And to our YouTube members: Green Roots Gaming, Ronya, Lock Lorick, The Johnny84, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, James Tillman, Disco, John Castle, and Gargamel196. Thank you all once again for watching. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Stay safe everyone, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.